Well, law enforcement in 2001.
Okay.
My first job in law enforcement was at the Jackson County Jail in 2001.
That seems to be the pattern to the guys that we're talking about.
Yeah, a lot with the environment we have in law enforcement here in Jackson County, especially the sheriff's office now, because there's no city agency in Jackson County that has their own jail.
Okay.
They're all housed. All the prisoners are housed at the Jackson County ADC. But the old ADC is what we called it. That's where I got my start in 2001.
Okay. And where was that at? Is that the one that's in Pascagoula?
That's right. It was on Kenneth Avenue in Pascagoula. They've torn the old building down.
Right.
But we have the new jail, which is just right adjacent to that old property.
Okay.
It's been built and completed in 2015.
So like the little stops on Lemoyne and stuff like that, those are just housing
detention centers, right? Like those are substations, I think. Is that what you're talking about? The one over there on Washington
Avenue? 609. Yeah. That's a
I mean, Lemoyne, I'm sorry. Yeah. So that, like, if you get pulled over, they'll bring you there. Then if you need to go to the bigger jail, that's where you go. Okay.
Everyone's housed in Pascagoula.
Right. Okay. That clears it up for me.
So 2001, you cut your teeth over there at the jail. Like I said, that kind of sounds like everybody that we've talked to so far. You get your start there.
That's right.
And I bet you learn a lot.
You do.
In that environment.
You do, because you get to you know who the bad guys are, or you get to learn who the bad guys are.
Right.
Coming in there. Yeah. And not long after that, I started the Pascagoula Police Department at the end of 2001.
Okay.
Stayed there 13 years. Throughout my time there, I went through the academy, went to the police academy, through the Pascagoula Police Department. I worked patrol. I rode a motorcycle for 4 years as a motorcycle patrol officer.
I watched so much Chips when I was growing up, man.
I bet that's cool.
I loved it.
It is.
But it's got to be a whole lot more dangerous.
It is, and I think it's more dangerous today.
Yeah, everybody's on their phone.
Everybody's on their phones. Everybody's texting and drifting off the roadway.
Right.
Even back then, you've always had to watch traffic, watch cars, watch movement on riding a motorcycle.
Yeah,
that's what they used to tell me. You don't wave at me when I pass by. You
right?
Well, I'm paying attention to the traffic. I didn't see you. I was watching to make sure a bumper didn't jump out.
I'm on duty, sir. Right. Yeah. Casting Coastal says they're a big fan of yours.
Yeah,
that's our buddy Josh.
Cool.
Yep.
Was law enforcement always number one? Is that what did you go to school for, or how did that work?
I didn't. I still, like many young people today. Of course, I'm not young anymore. But when I was a young person in high school, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do.
Right. Yeah.
I got a scholarship to go to William Carey College before it was a university college in Hattiesburg. I quickly found out when I went up there, the scholarship was minute in comparison to what I had to pay.
I went to William Carey as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You understand?
Yes.
Still having to pay.
Yeah.
I didn't finish.
Right.
I didn't finish. I studied finance and economics towards a business administration degree. And in between, they were on the trimester system at William Carey. So I'd work a trimester and then go to school or do whatever I could to pay for college.
Right.
And of course, I didn't finish. But in between, I worked different odd jobs. I worked refinery, construction jobs, Brown and Root. I worked as a brick mason's laborer.
Same.
Did you?
Yes. For a year. It was very eye-opening.
That's
it got me right back into school. My uncle is a brick mason. Yeah, Koblenz Masonry. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but yeah.
That's kind of the worst position to be in, is behind a wheelbarrow.
And right now, too, like it was, you work during the summer, too. They don't shut down. So, yeah.
It was. It definitely eye-opening.
Yeah.
Hard work. And
I used to tell people, all I'm getting paid for is to pick up heavy stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
All day.
That's it. Whatever they needed done.
Yeah. So you got into masonry a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. And when I figured out I was moving home from school and not going to return to school, I was like, I just need to. I wanted to get into public safety, something to help others.
Right.
I was familiar with law enforcement through my grandfather.
Right.
Okay.
And what he did. I saw the connections he's made throughout his life, working for the Pascagoula Police Department and being sheriff of Jackson County. And also, I had some friends that had got into law enforcement locally in Jackson County. I said, you know what, I may try that. Let me see. And all it took was one time to ride with somebody to see what really happened behind the scenes and at night in a city in Pascagoula.
Yeah.
That this is something I can do this.
Yeah.
This is something that gets your attention, something that you can really help your community with.
Yeah.
But of course, when a new young person gets involved in law enforcement, they like to turn on the blue lights. They like to drive fast and hit the sirens.
Right.
It's there,
Right.
That's but beyond all that, beyond the pressed uniform, the shiny badge, and everything, there's people in the community that need assistance of law enforcement and other public safety, first responders, firemen, ambulance service, and everything. We're the last resort for